if I was only heard in my living room and I accidentally didn't shut my window and I'm reading the Bible and a neighbor walks by, do you know how easy it would be for anybody on my street to report that I'm Christian? If you want to support the channel, go down below, hit the link down in the description, get some Goober Can't Reason merch, Atheism Fails merch, support the channel. Alright, what is up? This is Pastor Divine. Today we're going to be reacting to a video called You Missed by Tom MacDonald, released 3 days ago. In response, obviously you know what happened. Which, by the way, I don't know what your guys' opinion on this, but I could care less. To take a man's life, never right. To take revenge is not ours. It is not ours to seek revenge, okay? Just saying that. That is the Lord's. Now, God does use government, and that's specifically said in the scriptures, to push justice. So he does use the courts, he does use the law, and does use the governments to have justice. But that's as long as the courts are following in the word of God. So I mean, that comes into a whole different topic. But this is what happened there at the rally, which I downloaded so many clips, and I put it in a file because this is history. This is history. It's mind blowing. It is sad that we've gotten here. Really, it is. And and a lot of the blame can be put on the church, though. I am not letting the church get away with this one. The world is evil and scary and dark because of the lack of the church.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to your racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot?
Oh my gosh, like I was watching so many of those videos. People have made montages already of hundreds and hundreds of videos of people just freaking out saying that they missed. If it was just a millimeter to the left or to the right, they could have hit them. They could have saved democracy. Can we have law enforcement go over to those people's houses, bust down the doors, arrest them, and put them in a mental institute? Because some of those videos are actually kind of scary. Mentally unstable people. Very unhappy, screaming their heads off because the attempt didn't go their way. That's scary.
Innocent people, thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa?
There you go.
Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't right.
I gotta go back.
An assassination like you're part of Antifa. Thank God the left can't aim.
Yep.
Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all want to kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest, go hard. Wanna burn flags, go off. But y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't.
I've always been saying this. The most dangerous person with a gun is one that does not know how to use one. People are gonna say, oh, well, that guy knew how to use a gun. Oh, absolutely he did. But guess what? You know, by going through a lot of training, you know not to aim at people. Don't ever point the gun at people.
Aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
Goobers Can't Reason.
Well, that was an intense song right there. That was. Comments. Oh, I can download it. Cool beans. I'm downloading. I'm gonna be listening to it all the time. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. Yeah. Yep. Tom is on fire for freedom and respect. He is so passionate about the madness that is going on in our country. Dude, I hate the comments, and I'm not seeing this in here in this right here, but there's people out there that'll be like, oh yeah, Tom MacDonald hates, you know, he has no right to speak about this because he's Canadian. And I'm going to be honest, straight out honest, he has more patriotism than, I would say, the average American. He loves America more than the Patriots and the average American. I will say that right now. There are some patriots out there, you know, Tyson James and everything that, you know, will be on fire for the country, to want a better country, to expose the evil and do what is right. Bryson Gray, we have other Christian rap artists that are out there in the gangs and everything, just changing the world. Those are the true patriots, going out, exposing the evil and doing good and spreading truth. That's not the average American. Sadly to say, a lot of the average Americans want to just stay to themselves. I think, and I'm going to say this, and this might be controversial a little bit, but I want to say that if we go back and we look at the old Soviet Union and we compare how they lived in society, when kids were put into an orphanage, they were split from the families, given a whole new identity, didn't talk to their neighbors, didn't trust anybody, so they could be easily reported or reported on because you didn't care about that person, okay? We are doing the same thing here in America. Okay, we're doing that in America. HOA, I think it's just control. We don't talk to our neighbors. We don't care about our neighbors. We don't speak to the people in our neighborhood. You know how easy it would be for like somebody across the street to rat you out if you did something? Like, imagine the world going so crazy, and it's gonna get to this point that eventually, if you profess Jesus as Lord, you will be arrested. If I was only heard in my living room and I accidentally didn't shut my window, and I'm reading the Bible and a neighbor walks by, do you know how easy it would be for anybody on my street to report that I'm Christian? It'd be very easy. It would be very easy. Whereas for me, I'm Christian. You can believe in what you want to believe, as long as it doesn't cause violence on somebody else, as long as it doesn't take away somebody's life. Now, me insulting you, I don't care about that. That's freedom of speech. When I threaten your life, you have violated freedom of speech. Acts of violence is not freedom of speech. But I can give you my point of view, even if you don't like it. I can tell a fat person that they need to work out, lose weight. That's not fat shaming. That's common sense. I care about that person. I want him to be healthy. I want him to live a good life. Due to facts and statistics, fat people are unhealthy, obviously, and don't live as long, and more acceptable to diseases and cancer and diabetes. Okay, do you want someone to live that type of life? We obviously will say no. Bro, this song. If we honestly looked at the world in the lens of Christ, and we looked at everyone as an image bearer of God, worthy of living for and dying for, the world would be a different place. You wouldn't want to cause harm on other people. You would not want to take away people's lives. You wouldn't want to steal. It's as simple as that. And it honestly is. But a fool says in his heart that there is no God. A fool. Unbelievers look like clowns when they try to dispute God. Refute God. Refute God. They look like clowns. They make themselves look like fools. I'm gonna leave it off to this. If you reject God and you're in sin, God will eventually hand you over to that depraved mind. That's not a good thing. That's a scary thought. That's what we saw during Trump's speech. Was a man who had been handed over to his depraved mind. He was handed over to his sin. And that could be pride, envy, hate, unforgiveness, whatever it was. It led to him trying to take away somebody's life. And ultimately, it ended with him losing his own life.